what are the benefits of having a diversity and inclusion program in your business?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's not, not only the right thing to do. I mean, I think first and foremost, our teams and our suppliers, our partners should reflect the communities that we serve, right? So, um, as a business owner, we're in the business of serving others. And so that's the first thing to think about. But from a financial standpoint, too, I mean, research shows that 30%, you're 30% more profitable with a diverse workforce. You're 19% more innovative and being able to generate additional revenue. And then you're also more likely to retain your employees, which you probably know this better than anybody, but just the cost of having to onboard
Yeah.
new employees. And so,
That's another 30% more profitable.
yeah, there we go. So
Right? Instead
it
of
just
on the
it
sales
makes
end, you're getting it in retention.
there you go. So it just makes financial sense as well. But I mean, in the end, it's about doing what's right. It's about representation of the communities that we serve as business owners.
So let's dig into that one a little bit, because I'm interested to hear your thoughts on, you said they're more innovative. Companies are more innovative and more profitable. Is that because you're getting different perspectives, people coming from different backgrounds, have different ideas?
Yes.
Where is that generated from?
Absolutely. If you think about if I surround myself with people who look and think like I do, then we're not coming up with any additional ideas or experiences. It's all going to be the same. But if you're able to engage with people that have different experience, that's going to lend to different ideas, and then you create a space where they actually can give those ideas openly and foster those ideas into new products and services, then you're driving innovation, which could lead to new product or service that's driving that revenue up. So it's all about the different perspectives and experiences.
That's cool. And as you were talking, I had the thought, right? So there's almost, I'm sure there's more, but it feels like there's like two steps of the process. Not only do you have to go outside your comfort zone to hire a diverse person, but then you have to give them the trust and the faith to listen to and act on the ideas they bring. It's not, I guess it's a step in the right direction to bring in diverse talent, right? But then if you're going to get all in, you got to be willing to listen to the ideas and understand where they come from and why, because they're going to be generated from a different place than you normally get them.
Exactly, which is why diversity and inclusion has to go hand in hand. And we haven't talked about equity. Maybe that's another meeting, but diversity and inclusion has to go hand in hand, because if you hire diverse candidates, but they do not feel valued or respected, where their ideas are being heard, then they won't stay. And then we're back to this attrition problem, right?
Right.
And so they have to go together, and leaders have to be thinking about strategies that they do in tandem to create that space
Right.
for employees.
And I go a step further, right? Because you say we're back into the retention problem, but also, I think you're into a reputation problem too, because people talk, and I always tell my business owners, reputation is your best recruiting tool. And if people are out there talking and not talking about the right things about your business, that could hurt you in the long term. If you really do then say, okay, we're going to get committed to this program, and then you go back in the market and people are like, no, I'm not interested, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is a true statement as well.
Yeah. So, okay, question number 3. This is great. We know how to talk about it. We can feel safe talking about it. We know why we should do it now, because heck, like you said, it's just the right thing to do. But I also say, as a business owner, a lot of the people I talk to, for them, they feel a great responsibility to their staff, because they essentially are like a family, to keep them employed and keep food on the table, right? So for me, making more money is doing the right thing too. When you say do the right thing, I think, yeah, like for humanity and for business, right? Making more money is doing the right thing if you're a small business owner. So if they're watching this right now and they're thinking, this sounds great, I'm in, I want to give this a try. What can they do today to start implementing a diversity and inclusion program in their business?
I would ask one, just like any other strategy that you have in your business, have a DEI strategy, no matter how simple it is. If you think about your workforce diversity and being able to, really commit to it, it's about being intentional. So when you think about diversity, how do you attract and recruit a diverse candidate? And if you're not sure, then you talk to experts like you, Corey, and to find the right qualified candidate, but be intentional so you don't end up years from now looking around the room and your leadership team looks exactly like you.
Right.
So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is when you hire them, let them be who they are, which means, again, what we talked about, creating a space for them to contribute their ideas. If you think about the quote, I think it's from Steve Jobs that talks about it doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. Yeah, so don't do that.
No, that's never a good idea. It doesn't matter who they are.
Right, exactly. But instead, value value their experience. Create a space of acceptance and differences. And inclusion is a little bit different because again, it's more about the softer side. But it's important for employee today, especially, to feel like they can come and contribute to the purpose of the organization.
So let me ask you, this is totally unscripted now.
Yeah.
If I'm a business owner and I'm putting an ad and I've decided I want to do diversity inclusion, I'm going to post an ad, which I don't advocate posting ads. But if that's the way you decide to go, is it okay for me to write, we are, looking for a diverse candidate?
Yeah. So I am not an employee relations expert or ethics and compliance, none of that. So I would not. But what I would do for the folks that are responsible for the recruitment is to look at a diverse slate of candidates, meaning make sure that you're not only receiving resumes from diverse candidates out of different sources, but you also are interviewing diverse candidates. And I would also say in a more objective way, so that you can again mitigate the biases. So maybe create a matrix, a hiring matrix of the key competencies that you're looking for in a rating scale. So it's easy to make sure that you're avoiding those biases.
Yeah, you're measuring them on their experience and their skills and the culture fit versus their name or where they come from.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Shanta, thank you so much. This has been awesome. I really appreciate it. You're awesome.
Absolutely.
So if anyone is out there and wants to talk to you more about how to create their own diversity and inclusion program and learn about how to do this and take it to the next step, how can they reach you?
The easiest way is LinkedIn. Frankly, I'm very active on LinkedIn. You can also check out my website, leadersedgeconsult.com, and submit a message to me as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. I know how busy you are, so I appreciate you taking this time out of your day to talk to us and help educate some people out there.
All right, you too. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.